Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see here on Watchbox Reviews. Email me at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing a Leviathan, launched at Baselworld 2012. This is the Patek Philippe 6102P-001 Celestial. Everything you would have seen on the prior model launched back in 2002, with the exception of a slightly larger case and a radial date indicator. The timepiece, entirely in platinum, is massive, and you can see that top Vesselton brilliant cut diamond between the lugs, signifying this is a modern era Patek in platinum. The watch is not terribly thick. At only 10.2 millimeters thick, this watch surprised me. From lug to lug, though, it is substantial at 51.8 millimeters, with a spacing of 20 millimeters between the lugs, surprisingly traditional for a watch that measures 44.2 millimeters in diameter. Now let's throw it on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. It's broad and it's flat, and if I had to compare it to something, I'd say it wears like an IWC Portuguese. The timepiece has a handsome aspect ratio that makes it look large and saucer-like, also very impressive, all in polished platinum, but flush. And as you can see, the lugs are rather tightly downturned, so I can still recommend this large watch for a wrist of 14.5 centimeters circumference. Let's take a look at the hardware and the software. As you can see, Patek Philippe uses a high-grade, large rectangular scale alligator leather strap, semi-gloss finish, monotone stitch, sheer edges, navy blue, and you'll appreciate on the underside pull-tab spring bars in Patek's fashion, so you can remove the strap for close cleaning or strap replacement without resorting to tools. There is a large platinum clasp, and if you compare this to something like the clasp you'll find on a 5170 chronograph, this is a larger clasp. The internal folding action is larger. Externally, the buckle itself is larger. You're getting more platinum right here. Beautiful with the Calatrava cross in a filigree wire style. That's the emblem of Patek. Now, this is Patek's own case. They make this in-house, and they've been working on their case making since they bought Atelier Réuni back in 1981. And this sharply broken welded lug profile, where the two pieces, case and lug, are made separately, welded together, and then all evidence of the welded joint is removed to create a sharp break, that is advanced case making. Everything's black polished. There's an endearing little fluted crest on the flank. That little fluted step on the flank of the lug gives it some definition, and you can see the same thing has been rendered on the bezel, as the bezel is stepped in slightly from the case band to add a horizontal defining line, conical bezel profile, and then it steps up one more time before it abuts the sapphire. And my goodness, there is a lot going on this dial. So what you're looking at is the night sky as seen at a given time from the northern hemisphere. It's modeled after the night sky above Geneva. Now, as you can see outboard, there is a radial lunette indicated date. This is different from the 5102, which did not include this date indicator. Skeletonized golden leaf hands at center. This is, I'm almost making the cosmos disappear here. You have a oblong form, it's not quite an oval, that demonstrates the sky you're seeing at the moment in the northern hemisphere. So you can see the band of the Milky Way. All of this is done using gold leaf, and there are overlapping sapphires that create the image of the night sky. Now, the watch can be adjusted conventionally. As you can see, I have one crown to adjust the time, and then it can be adjusted unconventionally. Now you begin to see the movements of those overlapping sapphires, and I can move the sky by turning counterclockwise, and I can move the moon phase by turning clockwise. It should be noted that I am not just seeing the location of the moon relative to the sky. I am also seeing the moon phase. So you see one lunation, which is a lunar month, and you'll watch the moon move across the sky even as its crescent size changes. And then, of course, you will see the movement of the sky itself, which means you also have sidereal time, effectively the passage of a single star 2 times past a meridian. And so you have mean time, or mean solar time as it's sometimes called. That's the time indicated by the hands. And then you have the sidereal time, which is the time logged between the two passages of that star past the center line of the dial. Sounds a little bit complicated, but it's simple in its beauty and easy to appreciate. You can also see how many layers of this dial there are when you mobilize the different indications of the dial. Turn it all over, you have a caliber 240 micro-rotor, tried and true, automatic winding, 21/6 beat rate. It features a Gyromax style free sprung balance, and it is adjusted in 6 positions with the Patek Philippe seal. The combination of Gyromax, 6-position adjustment and the anti-magnetic silicone hairspring means this watch is guaranteed to run no worse than -3 plus 2 seconds per day from the factory. If you look closely, you'll note that Patek has upgraded the bearings for the winding system to ceramic, and the micro-rotor allows the watch to be flat and flush, giving you the convenience of automatic winding, but also the open visible caseback vista of a manual and the thin profile of a manual. Again, it beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour, and this movement has a 38 to 48 hour power reserve. The timepiece is impressively made, and as you can see, every surface is hand finished. The 240 has long been the premium automatic amidst the family of Patek Philippe automatic movements. The center rotor is entry level, the micro rotor is deluxe. 45 jewels, all of it pivoting on an immaculate array of silvers, gold, and violet jewels. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.